This is Meteo Mundo.
Hi everyone, Rusty back here with your latest Meteo Mundo forecast. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is going to be your Tropics update for Sunday, October the 22nd. We'll talk about Hurricane Tammy moving away from the Leeward Islands, but still could bring some significant impacts to the islands over the next couple of days. We'll talk about a disturbance sitting off of the Central American coastline and also what's next, especially the rain chance in your area. But you know, the big story is still going to be Tammy. Tammy continues to move away from the northern side of the Leeward Islands. It's still a hurricane. Winds are 80 miles an hour. Now, again, the core of those hurricane winds were so confined to such a small area, we dodged a lot of bullets in the Leeward Islands, okay? Now, one area that had a little bit more significant impacts is going to be our friends in Barbuda. Here, I'm going to put on that track and zoom in, and you can see that the historical track took Tammy right over Barbuda. So our thoughts are with those people. And I want to say this again, if you live in these areas, we'd love to hear from you. First of all, how you fared, what the weather was like. Drop that in the comments section below, anywhere through the Lesser Antilles, the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, anywhere you are viewing us. Again, we'd love to hear from you, but we want to certainly check in with our friends in the Leeward Islands and see how they handled the storm. Again, luckily moving away. Now, there's still going to be some heavier rain. And by the way, while you're dropping that comment, if you could do me a big favor and hit the like button on this video, I'd certainly appreciate that. So the wind threat with Tammy is going to be moving away as the storm does, and you can see that right now. But we're still going to have to deal with a heavy rain threat. There's a lot of moisture that'll be moving in with Tammy. So let me take off the rest of this data here, and we will look at what's happening with that moisture, because when I zoom out, you're going to see a huge moisture plume coming in from the south, okay? And it's not just the northern Leeward Islands. It's the entire Lesser Antilles, really. I mean, all the way down towards Trinidad and Tobago could get some rain. Now, I expect the heaviest rain to be from about, let's say, Dominica or Montserrat north, including Guadalupe, but there will be heavy downpours on the south side of Tammy at least through today, if not through early in the week, and several more inches of rain are likely through the Lesser Antilles. This could still lead to additional flash flooding issues and mudslides in some of the higher terrain. So again, wind threat with Tammy is gone, but the heavy rain threat will still persist, and we'll look at some of the potential rainfall totals coming up. I still also expect some good showers through portions of Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Now, as far as Tammy, winds are 80 miles an hour, so still a Cat 1 hurricane, moving up towards the north, moving away from the islands. Where is it going to be tracking? Well, it's very interesting. I can kind of show you this right now. If I pull on the water vapor imagery here, I'm going to switch to that product and then move this out of the way. You're going to see the upper level water vapor imagery. And look at this dry air. We had a huge trough come off the United States East Coast. This is the western ridge of our Bermuda High. And in between, we have this moisture stream. And that's where Tammy should head, right through that narrow envelope, okay? Now, the models aren't in very good agreement with what happens to Tammy by midweek. A lot of it begins to kind of stall out Tammy. And I'll keep a very close eye on things. But again, the general gist is that Tammy is going to be moving away from the islands and will more than likely be following that moisture plume right in between those areas of very dry air. Speaking of that dry air, Mamma Mia, what a beautiful day for the Bahamas. I do expect a few sprinkles for Grand Bahama, but from Nassau south, all of that dry air is really going to make for an exceptional October day. So our friends there, please enjoy. Let's get back to what's happening with Tammy. Again, you can see the heavier rain that this model was painting on here over the next couple of at least 6 to 12 hours, but even longer than that. This is the model as of late on this Sunday morning, but I'm going to throw this into motion for you, and you'll see it. It'll eventually take the rain and lift it up towards the north here over the next couple of days. But again, once this model recycles starting for today, you can see that moisture beginning to drive up there. And again, it's not just going to be the Leeward Islands. Certainly the Windward Islands will have the opportunity for additional showers, even down towards Barbados. Again, just a strong south wind, a big fetch of moisture, additional rainfall, and potentially several inches of rain are possible. I'll throw on the total precipitation from this same model here, and we'll take a look at that, and you can see what it begins to paint on. And again, this will go through midweek. I'll pause it there, spread it back out, and I can actually kind of query again this product. And I don't want you to focus solely on the one number in your area. I need to kind of look at the averages. But again, for Anguilla, and Barbuda, you're looking at an additional potentially 2 to 3 inches of rain. Guadalupe and Montserrat, the model is showing maybe 4 or 5 additional inches of rain. This is why we're not done with the flooding rain threats, friends. We're going to have heavier rain throughout the islands the next couple of days. Again, you know, it doesn't mean that Montserrat's going to get 5 inches of rain, but that kind of rain is possible through the islands. Dominica right now, maybe 1 inch to 2 inches of rain. Martinique, you notice the farther south that I go, overall the numbers get lower and lower. But even down in Trinidad and Tobago, my friends there were telling me they need the rain. Additional showers are possible right up through the entire Lesser Antilles just because of all of that moisture that is surging north with what's left over from Tammy. All right, let's move on to the other area here of interest, and that's going to be sitting off of the Central American coastline. There's a medium chance of development with this system, but this system should also be moving quickly back into Central America towards Nicaragua as we head into our Tuesday. And that's the forecast from the Hurricane Center. I'll throw that into motion for you right now, and you'll see that we're going to potentially wrap up something here just off of the east coast of Central America, but it will pull into Central America and then west into the Pacific as we go through the week. So we'll watch out for our friends in Central America, but as far as it moving north towards the Cayman Islands or Jamaica or anywhere else, I don't have that concern. Now, we are going to see some decent showers developing in the Cayman Islands with that additional moisture coming in for Georgetown and West End. That rain chance will begin to get higher here over the next couple of days, Monday and Tuesday especially. So we'll see those tropical downpours to begin to come back into the forecast. Same thing for our friends in Jamaica and Kingston and Portmore and Spanish Town, Montego Bay and Negril. Again, we'll start to see our rain chances ramp back up as additional moisture comes back in. Still mainly in the afternoon hours, but we can't rule out even a couple of showers during the evening and the overnight there. And again, hopefully helping the heat a little bit, although I still expect it to be a pretty hot few days there. Going to the ABC Islands, notice the moisture that's going to be building there for Aruba and Bonaire and Curacao. Oh, look at that. We're going to get some good shower chances here early to midweek. Relatively dry still on our Sunday, but rain chances again, especially by midweek, really begin to ramp back up. And overall, the GFS model is just bringing back in more moisture. So again, I've already mentioned the southern side of the Windward Islands there and Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, opportunity for showers there. Once we have Tammy pull away from Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic and Haiti, I'm not expecting a lot more rain in those areas, at least initially. By midweek, we could pick up some additional showers. So zooming back out to the big perspective again, I'd love to hear from our friends in the Leeward Islands what's been happening there. But again, the wind threat pulling away, rain chance and some significant rain still possible the next couple of days. We'll monitor the situation just the east side of Central America. Otherwise, again, some pretty beautiful weather for the remainder of the area. And at this point in time, no other tropical development is likely over the next 7 days. Friends, thank you so much for tuning in. Do me a big favor. Again, hit that like button on the video. And if you want the latest forecast from Meteo Mundo to keep you updated in your area, all you have to do is subscribe. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time right here at Meteo Mundo.